Power Sweets is enjoying the sweet smell of success. This up-and-coming New York edible brand is in 140 dispensaries. They are vegan, they are ethically minded, and they hope that their cannabis consumers are going to join them for this ride.
Yeah, around 2019, 2020, I had kind of people coming to me and being like, oh, you should think about cannabis and chocolates. They go so well together. And was lucky to have a lot of great kind of smart people around me trying to help build the business because I'm much more from the chocolate side of things. So it has been a real learning curve, but here we are. Yeah, so we have a type 2 license. So we do have a plant touching license, but we're not an extractor. So we're not making like distillate or rosin or anything like that. But we're making, products with them, which has been great.
What we're trying to do is put the best product out there and have the good that we're trying to create speak for itself. And so thus Soft Power was coined.
What is unique about Soft Power Sweets is its shape. It is shaped like a flower, and you break the petals in order to get your section. This is very different from other infused chocolates where you typically see a rectangular bar.
This is a custom mold that we're in the process of patenting, and what it does is it starts in a beautiful form factor in the shape of a flower as a reference to our industry, but the way that we built the mold, it actually breaks much cleaner than any other system that I've ever seen, and so you're getting a real reliable dosing out of it. And then because we decided to go with a tin packaging, I can put candy pads in between the layers of chocolate that have a little bit of air and a little bit of cushion, and because of that it absorbs a little bit of the heat, and so you have it to a point does address the melting problem a little bit also. So the goals for expansion are to let people know, really if we can start with having people understand why chocolate is a unique option as a form factor in eating edibles, that's a big win for us. So having people know that when you have a carrier that has a fat in it, that you get a different experience. You get a longer high, you get a smoother on and off ramp, you get much more THC out of one dose than you would with just a sugar-based edible. And so we need people to understand that. And I think once they start to understand that, the level of chocolate will uptick just a little bit. And so as we're growing, I want to definitely have a wide footprint so that the people that do understand it have access to it. And then we're trying to figure out other SKUs to be able to get the throughput at sales up to where we want to be. And once we get to that kind of magic number, I think we'll be set to expand into other markets.
Do you find the challenge with expansion in the advertising side, getting the word out? What is your challenge in, getting people to know who you are?
It's a very hard thing. In a lot of markets in any other market, you can figure out what you want to do, hire a team to do it, and then if you've got enough money, you can just make it happen. But that's not the case in cannabis. In cannabis, you've got to have a product that speaks for itself, and then you've got to work within these very strict frameworks to figure out ways to reach your consumer. And so we found that because we are a vegan company, there are certain influencers that are really drawn to our ethos and our mission. And so we've had a very good luck finding people that already are talking to the community that also believe in what we're trying to do. And so harnessing those relationships has been really important. And then figuring out different ways to keep educating the bud tenders so that they can spread the message and get them really excited about it. And when you hear about the ethics driven, the reason that we're doing it really does speak. And if you can have that be at the front of people's minds, it does kind of do a lot of this work for us.
What is your best-selling flavor?
Our Unwind, it's a indica live rosin 2-to-1 with CBN is our bestseller.
What's the flavor?
So what we did was we started with the live rosin, and so the Unwind is featuring a papaya sundae live rosin, and we got that rosin and we tasted it and we smelled it and we kind of made a flavor profile, and then we went around the world looking for a cacao that had similar flavor profiles, and we found a small batch Mexican cacao that's 66% chocolate, and we're able to really mix mix those two together. And when they came together, we were like, oh, wow, we actually did something here. You could tell that it was something new and that you were finally being able to treat the cannabis like an ingredient. And the way that it comes through really seems like it's greater than a sum of its parts. And that was the goal.
I'm Deborah Borchardt reporting for the Green Market Report from Soft Power Sweets in New Paltz, New York.